What's going on, guys? I'm about to hit the water. The rain has been coming in pretty heavy for the past couple of days. I don't know how badly it will affect things. I'm still going to go out here and try it out. The water is probably going to be a little more murky than normal, but during the springtime you don't see it stay super stained for a long time. Like, I'm crossing over the bridge right now, and I don't know if you can see that, but the water doesn't even look that bad, and that's kind of to be expected in the springtime for whatever reason. I don't know if it's the pollen that kind of filters the water out and makes it more clear than other times of year. But hey, thank you for watching these videos. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and put a comment down below. Maybe you guys are catching something other than crappie right now, and if you are, just let me know. It'd be interesting to see what the fishing patterns are and what your fishing reports are around the United States. So let me know where you're at and what type of fish you're catching right now. Put them in the comments below, and we'll be out on the water here shortly. Just little tiny crappie. Little one. Cut it on one of the brush walker jigs. Getting a tiny bit bigger. Whoop. Sitting on a little, well, I say little, kind of a bigger brush pile, just a big tree. Throwing one of these White's brush walker jigs down there. That way I don't get hung up. That fish eats it, set the hook, game over. That's kind of what we're looking at right there. A couple of big fish down there. I say big. They look big. You bring them up and they're not very big. Got him. That was cool. Got one. Little guy. Right under the boat. All right, so that area was decent. Caught a couple smaller fish, but now we're gonna go try to find some bigger fish. It's gonna be a little more windy where I go probably, but that wind may push some bait straight into a couple of smaller brush piles that are in more shallow water. These fish seem pretty darn aggressive right now, which is a good sign. So hopefully the bigger fish will be this aggressive, and I can show you a couple of slabs out here. All right, I found a new spot right here. Let's see if I can't catch something. Never seen this spot before. Looks pretty loaded. I caught one little bass off of it so far. See what else happens. Oh, I missed one. Hello?
Hey, Miles wanted to know if the fish were biting.
I just threw one back, and I just found a new spot.
Heck yeah.
So, Miles, let me see if I can catch you one. You're on video, Miles. Smile.
Aww. Love ya.
Love you. They don't make a very good cast in there. The wind's pushing me off this spot a little bit. It's hard to get dialed in. I definitely know there's a wad of fish in here. Might throw a different color or something. Let's throw something glittery. See what happens. Oh, I missed another one. Please eat. Oh, took about 35 casts, and I see fish everywhere. I don't know why it's so hard to get them to eat, and they're not even that big. See if I can get another one. That feels like a better one. There we go. 2 in a row. It's a better fish right there. Not much bigger, but the best one I've caught today. It's about 10 inches. 2 casts in a row. I was not throwing on this pile at all, I don't think. I just kept casting the wrong way, like left to right. I think the wind was kind of pushing my jig a little bit, but we may have them dialed in now. Ooh. There we go. That's all it was. I was throwing in the wrong side of this pile the whole time. I was letting that wind push my jig a little bit. Too much the opposite way. There we go. See if we can't keep catching them here. Throw another brush walker on there. Here we go. See if we can't catch one like that. It's pretty cool finding a new spot like this. I fished this lake a ton. And that's kind of what one of my goals was today, is just to find some new areas that I've never fished on this lake before. And right now it's paying off. I found, I think, 2 or 3 brand new spots I've never fished before. So it's pretty exciting to me. Oh, I missed one. It's like you go out, you spend all this money on your gear and your electronics, and you find these spots, and sometimes they're on them, sometimes they're not. But you've always got to keep trying. Come on. Oh, he touched it. There it is. He didn't give up on it. Kept trying. I'm on that brush walker. Thought he wanted it. These fish are super aggressive. Like watching them on the Livescope, they're just sitting staged up on these limbs, small limbs, on this brush pile that's sticking up, and they're just coming up after it and thumping it. Swimming a long distance to get to this bait, which is a really good sign. Got another one. It's been a good pile. That's what I say. I see way too many fish on this spot not to catch anything. And I'm telling you, I went I'd say about 10, 15 minutes without catching one. I was just being stubborn. I'm like, there's no way. If these are crappie, they're not biting. I caught about, I don't know, 6 or 7 fish, maybe even more on this jig, and they last a long time. Now I'm gonna change it out. It's a lot of fun catching them like this. I love throwing the brush piles. It's probably my favorite way to catch them. I like open water, but it's just kind of annoying sometimes when it's super windy, and I've got an aluminum boat, so it gets very difficult at times. But man, is this fun. Tell you what, I'd love to be a fishing guide someday. It's like a spending money, retirement type of a deal. Bring people out. It's all in God's timing and God's plan. He hears our cries. He knows what to do on our behalf even before we do. All right, so we found another little spot. I'm telling you, finding new areas to fish. I like coming to new spots and catching fish in a new spot. You know, I just always love to do that. It's my favorite. One of my favorite things to do is just kind of find where the fish are. It's like you're hunting before you're fishing type thing. And there's some fish here on this little spot. See if we can get one to bite. Pretty shallow right here. Kind of drifted right into it. Oh, one bit it actually. Oh, bit it again. Must not be very big. I want to find out though. Looks like there could be bluegill mixed in here too. Oh, getting shot at. It's turned out to be a beautiful evening. Finally caught one off this new spot. Ooh, and he's not very big. Switched over to a green brush walker, the appendage at the bottom. Okay, see if we can't figure these fish out. I don't think I was casting far enough or something. There's quite a few fish over here. I'm gonna catch one right here. I'm gonna catch one for you guys right here. Just kidding. There's one. It was the next cast and it's a dink. All right, I'm gonna try another spot. I wanted to try on the other side of this lake, or of this little cove I'm in, but there's some people fishing there. There's a new spot I found when I first got here when the wind was blowing pretty hard. And I was gonna wait until the wind calmed down so I could go hit it, but I don't really want to fish right next to people whenever there's hardly anybody out here. So we'll go find a new one. Find a new spot. He just jumped clear out of the water. That was crazy. I just saw some golf balls on side imaging. If you don't know what that means, it's bluegill beds. They look like golf balls on the side image. That thing came clear out of the water for that. That was pretty cool. There we go. Shell cracker. Shellcracker. It's awesome. Can't see the red ear very prominent on this one, but it's a little fatty. It's just a little bass. The big one tried to come up and eat him too. Well, that's gonna do it, guys. Thanks for coming out here today on the water with me. It was a beautiful day, a little bit of wind, kind of activated those fish a little bit. And we found some brush piles and about 12 foot of water. It was a pretty good day. Didn't catch any real big ones, but we did find fish in totally new spots. That's what you got to do sometimes. Just go hit the lake and find some spots that you've never fished before, and it will surprise you sometimes. It's kind of like it did today. Well, thank you so much again for watching. If you would, put a comment down below, like the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Peace.